For the past decade, the demand for organ transplantation has increased all over the world due to the high prevalence of the failure of vital organs. However, the inadequate supply of organs for transplantation to meet the demand has led to a major organ shortage crisis. This crisis has deprived a lot of patients of better quality of life and has caused a large increase in the cost of alternative medical care. This dilemma, a lot of solutions are emerging, and along with these are the unethical acts that people do out of desperation and because they see this as a window of opportunity to earn money. Example is the international organ trade, wherein the potential recipient travels abroad to obtain the organ through commercial transaction. On the other hand, there are major breakthroughs as the revolution of biotechnology takes shape. One of these is the use of stem cells. Despite the therapeutic potentials of stem cells, there are still debates regarding the ethics behind the use of it. This challenged the researchers to see whether the use of stem cell is ethical and if it is the best solution to end the major organ shortage crisis. The primary problem with allotransplantation is xenotransplantation is the tendency of the body to reject the organ, considering that the former comes from a different genus and the latter comes from a different species. Since there is a tendency of rejection, there must be the use of immunosuppressive drugs, which unfortunately have different side effects like malignancies, metabolic disorders, and opportunistic infections. Since xenotransplantation involves a non-human donor, this procedure may lead to various ethical issues. On the other hand, the use of 3D organ donation is not yet widely used because of the ongoing research to enhance the capability of this alternative. Despite the promising benefits and advantages of this technique, the complexity of this procedure cannot be denied, making the accessibility to this procedure a bit hard. Also, this procedure takes months to be finished and needs complex architecture to level with the complex structure of our organs. The risk of contamination should also be considered, and as to what the researchers have learned, there is still an ongoing research on how to let the blood flow through the organs to keep the cells alive. This procedure also requires intensive labor and a lot of money for it to be done. While the use of adult stem cells is more available because it only requires the cells coming from the patient's body, usually being obtained from the bone marrow, skin, and from other organs and tissues in our body. Since the stem cells come from the body of the patient, there is no need for immunosuppression since there is a perfect genetic match. Hence, recognizing the cells as important. The omission of the use of drugs for suppression of immune system lessens the expenses of the patient and removing the risk of the death of the organ that the drugs may cause.
Study entitled Adult Stem Cell as a Solution for the Organ Shortage Crisis aims to determine whether the use of stem cells as a solution for the organ shortage crisis is ethical. Distinctively, it is sought to answer the following questions. First, is the use of stem cells morally accepted? Second, is there significant difference between the use of adult stem cells and embryonic stem cells? In terms of, first, science, principle of beneficence, principle of non-maleficence, principle of justice, and principle of autonomy. Third, is the use of adult stem cell is the best solution for the organ shortage crisis in terms of cost, availability, and ethics.
We formulated three hypotheses. First is the use of stem cell is not morally accepted. Next is there is no significant difference between the use of embryonic stem cell and the use of adult stem cell in terms of science, principle of beneficence, principle of maleficence, principle of autonomy, and principle of justice. Third, the use of adult stem cell is not the best solution for organ shortage crisis in terms of cost, availability, and ethics.
This study can be a huge help for professionals and scientists. For this can be the research material in studying the ethics behind the use of stem cells. And also this can end the debate between the use of embryonic stem cells and adult stem cells. This can help with solving the organ shortage crisis which we are facing up with. This study can help in terminating the human trafficking that has been happening all over the world to trade organs for money. This can also diminish the number of patients who are dying while they are on waiting list of people who need organ donors. The use of stem cell for organ replacement provides a long-lasting benefit, reducing the cost in healthcare. This study can prove that the use of stem cells is the best way to end the organ shortage crisis that we have and pave its way to more possibilities that stem cells could contribute to medicine. The use of stem cells aims to aid the shortage of organs and to reduce the number of patients who are dying every year while on the waiting list. Since the scarce supply of organs is not problem for this technique, this will be a great help not only to the patients who need their diseases to be treated, but also to their families who will not be spending too much on healthcare services and on the alternative ways in keeping them alive.
This study, entitled Stem Cells as a Solution for Organ Shortage Crisis, aims to determine whether the use of stem cells for organ shortage crisis is effective. This study is limited in the use of human stem cells for therapeutic purposes and the regeneration of the organs, and the transplantal stem cells limited to adult stem cells. This study is limited on the four principles of ethics: the principle of beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and equality.
This research that we have conducted, there are terms that must be accomplished. First is the principle of beneficence. This principle means that the act must always be for the good of the person. Next is the principle of non-beneficence. This principle means that there must be no harm done to the person. Next is the principle of justice. This principle is concerned with the rights of an individual in terms of health. There must be no right violated, or else the principle in itself will be violated. Next is the principle of autonomy. This principle is concerned with the freedom of an individual. A person must have a say before any decision is made and before an act is made by the person or to the person. Next is stem cells. These are genetic cells that can duplicate and make exact copies of itself. It can make specialized cells for important tissues in the body. Next is embryonic stem cells. These are stem cells that are taken from embryos from the eggs which are developed in vitro. They can produce cells for almost every tissue in the body. Next is adult stem cells. These are stem cells that are taken from a specific organ in the body, which its main purpose is to maintain and repair cells or tissues in that specific organ. Next is pluripotent. Pluripotent is the capability of stem cells to develop into any kind of cells or tissue in the body. Next is organ trafficking. Organ trafficking is a crime wherein organs are illegally traded or sold to black markets. Traffickers usually force people into trading or selling their organs for a high amount of money.
According to the website National Institutional Health, the stem cells have remarkable potential of developing into different cell types in the body in early life and growth. In addition, in many tissues they serve as a sort of internal repair system, dividing essentially without limit to replenish other cells as long as the person or animal is still alive. When a stem cell divides, each new cell has a potential either to remain a stem cell or become another type of cell with a more specialized function, such as muscle cell, a red blood cell, or a brain cell. Stem cells are important for living organisms for many reasons. In 3 to 5-day-old embryo, the inner cell gives rise to the entire organism, including all of the many specialized cell types and organs such as the heart, lungs, skin, sperm, eggs, and other tissues. In some adult tissues, such as bone marrow, muscle, and brain, discrete populations of adult stem cells generate replacements for cells that are lost through normal wear and tear, injury, or disease.
In 2006, Shinya Yamanaka made a groundbreaking discovery that would win him in the Nobel Prize in Medicine and Physiology. he found a new way to reprogram adult. To be specific, specialized cells can now be turned into stem cells. And actually, these stem cells are pluripotent, meaning these cells can turn or make any type of cells in the body. So naturally, only embryonic stem cells are pluripotent. But because of the discovery of Yamanaka, any type of dividing cells in the body can now be turned into pluripotent cells. According to Boston Children's Hospital, adult stem cells have been found in the brain, bone marrow, blood vessels, skeletal muscle, skin, teeth, heart, liver, and other organs and tissues in the body.
Organ shortages are a growing health concern. The demand for organ transplantation has increased rapidly worldwide since the past decade due to the increased incidence of organ failure, the rising success and greater development in post-transplant outcome. Here, there are approximately 28,000 transplants with 120,000 people stocked on waiting lists. Tragically, most people on the wait list die before they ever get an organ. Furthermore, it has been estimated that 35,000 of all deaths, about 900,000, could be prevented or at least significantly delayed by organ transplantation. Internationally, the World Health Organization says organ transplants are currently achieving less than 10% of the global demand. Also, there are approximately 2 million estimated individuals in Europe, North America, and in British Commonwealth who need replacement organs but don't show up anywhere on waiting lists because they're deemed by the medical establishment to be not a transplant candidate due to reasons such as having had cancer, being too old, and other triad-based disqualifiers. The number of usable organs are now dropping because the donors are older or less fit. A quarter of organs are now taken from obese patients compared with 1 in 8 a decade ago, while 33% of donors are 60 or older, compared with just 17% last 2000.
Despite strategies to enlarge the donor organ pool, organ scarcity developed into a worldwide problem. Transplantation became the victim of its own success because of the demand for organs far outpacing supply. Under the circumstances of severe organ scarcity, desperate patients may seek strategies to obtain these organs illegally outside legal transplantation frameworks. With an increased demand for organs comes the increased potential profitability, fueling the desire of some people to trade and sell. As a result, next to altruistic procurement system of organ supply, a block market can coexist to meet the demand that altruistic system created. There are two incentives to step up the availability of the organs. First is to waive and use alternative medical care while on the waiting list, for example, is dialysis. And the next is the multi-million-dollar organ trade in the black market. Citizens of impoverished nations or regions are often tempted to sell one of their kidneys in the black market. In some cases, these entrepreneurial donors are recruited and flown to another nation wherein their organs are removed in a makeshift operation. According to Shimazana, transplant tourism not only involves the purchase and sales of the organs, but also the commercialization of organ transfer.
In this part of the paper, I'm going to talk about the ethical concerns surrounding the human embryonic stem cell research. So, the biggest controversy is the use of the embryos to obtain stem cells. The debate surrounding this topic is that these embryos are taken from immoral acts such as abortion, contraceptives, and in vitro fertilization. Many people don't believe or support the idea of using human life as means to extend another person's life despite it being fertile. On the other hand, some people even argue that human embryos don't or cannot achieve the right to life until they reach development. So the research actually leads us to the dilemma of choosing between curing and Some people will argue that these acts will be morally acceptable if these are spare embryos from that we were supposed to remain for research. On the other hand, some people also argue that these can only be morally acceptable if the embryo that they use is derived from an embryo which is created intentionally for a use of research. For embryonic stem cell research, there is also the adult stem cell research, which is more free from ethical research. Despite this, the use of adult stem cell research won't stop researchers from researching about the use of embryonic stem cell because the former, which is the adult stem cell research, is only limited to a certain number of tissues compared to the embryonic stem cell.
Since donations from living people and getting organs from cadavers have not been an effective solution for the organ shortage crisis that we have, a lot of solutions have emerged as the revolution in the biotechnology develops. Some of them are allotransplantation, xenotransplantation, organ building, and the use of stem cells. Allotransplantation is the transplantation of cells, tissues, or organs to a recipient from a genetically non-identical donor of the same species, while xenotransplantation is from a donor of a different species. Since the organ or tissue comes from different genotypes, the body might fight them off in the process called rejection. Although these two could be the answer to solve the organ shortage crisis. The rejection of the body to the new organ, especially the one coming from different species, would be the big one. Actually, major health crisis today in terms of the shortage of organs. Along with the organ shortage crisis is the never-ending research for possible solutions. One of the latest discoveries is bioprinting, wherein organs and tissues are printed 3D. In this process, the 3D printer is used to form the shape of tissues with biodegradable plastic-like material, as well as water-based ink to hold cells and a series of microchannels to allow oxygen and nutrients to flow through. The use of stem cells, on the other hand, as a regenerative response promotes the repair of dysfunctional, injured, or diseased tissues. This kind of therapy uses cells that are obtained from an embryo or from the body of the patient itself. Researchers manipulate stem cells in the lab for them to grow and develop into specialized cells. Then, these cells will be implanted to the patient, injecting them to the injured tissue. Unlike other types of transplantation, the use of adult stem cell, to be specific, does not require immunosuppression. Since the stem cells are being obtained from the body of the patient, they will be a perfect genetic match.
The use of stem cells aims to aid the shortage of organs and to reduce the number of patients who are dying every year while on the waiting list. Since the scarce supply of organs is not problem for this technique, this will be a great help not only to the patients who need their diseases to be treated, but also to their families who will not be spending too much on healthcare services and on the alternative ways in keeping them alive.
In this part, we will discuss the difference between the embryonic stem cell and the adult stem cell. In human embryonic stem cell, the principle of beneficence is not violated, for its cause is to help and to address certain complications or problems in the human body of an individual. Meanwhile, the harvesting of human embryonic stem cells that involves the destruction of the human embryo violates the principle of non-maleficence, which emphasis is not to do harm. In the case of the human embryonic stem cells, the extraction of the cells eliminates the potential of further development of the embryo. In the same thought, it is violating the right to life of an individual and its dignity as a human person, thus violating the principle of justice. Also, autonomy is violated because along with the destruction of the embryo is the destruction of its freedom. In the case of adult stem cell, the principle of beneficence is not violated, for it promotes good
through aiding the certain problems or demands of a human body. Since it avoids evil and does no harm, it doesn't violate non-maleficence. Its purpose is to help and address certain problems of an individual and to avoid the procedure of human embryonic stem cell. Also, this technique is pro-life because the stem cells are obtained directly from the tissue they belong to. In the principle of autonomy, nothing is violated because the procedure cannot be done without the patient's consent. The principle of justice is not also violated because with all fairness, the dignity nor the body of patient is